Hello, Facebook land. How you doing? Actually, I might just check. I'm just going to move this. Hold on one sec. Awesome. That's better. All right, guys. I'm just bringing on Nick here in a sec, so just give me 2 secs whilst I add him to the call. Nick, let's get you on, buddy. That one there. Hey Nicole, hey Scott, hey Mark, Sammy Powers, good to see you all here, guys. This is, there you are, Nick. Okay, I just want to make sure I can get Nick here on too. Does everyone, hey Ted, how you doing, mate? For those of you that are on now, who've still never done a Facebook Live, comment below and just say aye, because most of us that have done this for the first time, it's a daunting thing, isn't it, Nick?
Oh, it's very daunting, but you know, gotta do it at some point in your life.
Exactly, mate. Just like asking a girl out for the very first time. I reckon it's pretty scary to do that too, but you just got to do it. It's just like exercising for 36 days in a row. Who else has done that out here? If there's anyone out there that's exercised for 36 days in a row, please let us know. I've never personally done that, so this guy's got something that I want to know about. So that's why I thought I'd get Nick on this Facebook Live to be able to share with you guys, because I think at this time of the year, you know, it's usually a pretty prevalent time of the year where people love to talk about New Year's resolutions and changing all these things. Hey Amy, hey, how you doing? And I think that Nick's a really good guy to be able to have a conversation with. So thanks for your time there, mate, and jumping on today.
Yeah, no problem. I've kind of looked forward to it and kind of been terrified at the same time. So,
well, to give you guys a little bit of a background before I start asking Nick some questions. So I've just recently met Nick through a pruvit event that I went to in Brisbane. He's the partner of one of my business partners, Sarah Harvey. And basically something was triggered within him when he went to this event. He's a customer. He's not part of our business or anything like that. But something happened to him, and it set him on this journey of creating and hashtagging what he's calling gymcember. He just wanted something to be able to commit to and to kick ass with, and I think you've done a pretty bloody good job of it, mate. So I think for a lot of you guys out there that perhaps are sitting on the couch and you've got the best intentions of wanting to be able to do something better for 2019, I think this is the man to speak to. So Nick, tell us a little bit more about you then, mate. Give us a bit of a rundown. Where do you live?
So my name's Nick. I'm from Melbourne. I've worked in hospitality for just shy of 20 years now, 19 years so far. And I'll freely admit that I've never really been interested in doing fitness or looking after my body or anything like that. I've always kind of come up with excuses of not to go to the gym or not to go out. And I just kind of pretty much came to accept that I'd be the biggest person in almost every single room I went into. And I just kind of came to the exception of that rather than kind of doing anything about it, because I guess it was a little bit easier. But I've worked pretty much ranging from Macca's all the way through to 5-star resorts. At the moment, I'm a store manager for Schnitz in Melbourne. But yeah, so pretty much outside of finishing high school, I've done no exercise aside from dragging myself to the gym once a week, maybe once a fortnight if I felt like it, kind of thing. Yeah.
Wow. So if any of you out there can relate to that, please say I'll put your hand up, because there's plenty of people that are out there like that. And I mean, I think it's pretty massive for you to be able to decide to do what you actually did, mate. I mean, to go from being someone that works in hospitality where you're constantly surrounded by food all the time, and tell us about your actual, your shift work. Like, what are the hours that you tend to work?
So for the very most part, I'll do between 10 and 15 hour days, 5 days a week, sometimes 6, depending on my crew levels. I'll generally start no later than 8 a.m. and I'll run through till sometimes I'll get out of there at 6, sometimes I'll get out there at 10:30. It really kind of comes down to how busy everything is and how much the crew need me there to sort out any problems. So I can my working week kind of ranges from 42 hours at a minimum up to upwards of 65, 70 hours in a stretch. So,
wow. So
yeah.
tell me then, after all of this time and having the mindset that you've had around, this is me, I'm big, I can't do this, these are my hours, it's, sort of tough love on yourself type sort of thing, then sort of like, what is it that basically happened recently? What was the trigger that made you then decide to embark upon what you've just done, or what you're doing still?
I went, as you said, I went to the event in Brisbane, and a lot of the speakers and a lot of the people there, they've all have really inspiring stories, and a lot of it kind of boiled down to you're in your own way in your head. A lot of the stuff that you can and can't do, you decide whether you can and can't do it. Like I've always in my head stopped myself going to the gym by saying, oh, I don't feel like it, or it'll hurt, and all these kind of excuses in my head. So that's kind of why I thought, why not just push myself and be like, right, I'm going to set myself a challenge, do gymcember, go to the gym every day for just half an hour and see how long I can last, get all the way through if I can.
That's pretty cool.
And thankfully Sarah decided to do it with me, and we both managed to go complete gymcember all the way through, and we've kind of hit that point now where we're like, okay, we've done 31 days. Do we stop now? It's like, no, we'll just keep going. We've gotten used to going every day now. We're just going to keep going until we can't do it anymore. So,
could I say then, for any of you guys that are watching now, and this sort of sounds like something that you would like to attack yourself, or at least to just go from doing 0 days a week to like 1, go through right to the very beginning of Nick's. So Nick's name's going to appear in the post that you're watching this on. Go to the beginning of December and have a look at his journey and just see what he's been doing, because I tell you what, he's been, he's exactly what Ted Glenn's saying there as well.
thanks, Ted.
Have a look at what he was doing, because you'll see that the mindset that he was going through and the tough days that he had, where he's just like, I do not want to be here. I'm so tired after last night's shift. There's no one in the gym today. What the hell am I doing here? Like all these sorts of mental battles that he's played with himself. But as you go through the weeks, it's bloody inspiring, mate. Like I've got to say, like it made me like go, far out, if Nick's at the gym, I got to get to the gym too. So I'm glad, and I think it definitely makes it easier for you to do it with a partner, wouldn't you say? Like Sarah and you made it a lot easier.
Very much so. Like we kind of kept each other accountable. There were a couple of days there in December where we kind of just looked at each other and like, do you really want to do this today? Like, yeah, we said we're going to do, let's just go do it. So, but there were also days where I didn't want to go, and she kind of helped me get the motivation to keep with it. And there were a couple of days where because she was working overnight, she was doing the graveyard shift, and she really didn't really want to go,
Yeah.
but she still did it, like, because we didn't want to let each other down. And that was part of the reason why I decided to post it all on Facebook as well, as an accountability kind of thing, so that, everyone can keep me on track. And a lot of support and great comments I got from everybody kind of kept me focused and kept me really wanting to get it done.
That's
so
great.
It definitely
cool,
helps
man.
to have someone do it with you, though.
I remember one of my first clients years ago who had an amazing transformation over 4 months. This was before Facebook. And same thing, he journaled his whole journey every single day, and then he gave me snippets of what happened to him, and I basically put that out through blogs and stuff to share with people, because I think when you can have that accountability and someone to support you as well, it makes it a lot more doable. It makes you want to do it, doesn't it? So tell me then, I guess, what are some other things that you've done that have helped you through this journey, or sort of kept you honest and made you actually want to go to the gym every single day?
Well, I guess having that goals kind of thing. Like, in all honesty, a lot of the motivation is my youngest sister, Katie, is now very, very pregnant. She's going to have our first kind of niece and nephew, and I want to be a good role model for them as well. Like, I don't want to be that fat uncle who kind of comes and visits and is all roly-poly, and that's the kind of mental image that they'll have growing up. And eventually Sarah and I want to have a family as well, and I want to be able to be that physical dad who can go do sports with their kids and run around, chase them. I don't want to be the dad who gets puffed out and their kid's gone, run down the street, and oh, there goes the kid, because that won't be a great conversation with Sarah at all. Where's the kid?
Not at all, mate. Well, actually, there's one thing that you just said
And
there as well, and I think I've even, when we met each other, I sort of got permission to challenge you on that as well. Was the whole idea of focusing on what you want rather than what you don't want. Like you said, I don't want to be a roly-poly, da-da-da-da. So it's like, well, what do you want? And it's the more you can always focus on that, far out, man. I've seen people change their lives massively just by flicking that mental switch. But, mate, that's fantastic. Have you actually changed your diet much at all as well, or are you just purely been exercising?
in all honesty, my diet pretty much has been the same for the last 6 months. Ever since Sarah put me onto the actual ketones themselves, I have a ketones in the morning, and pretty much I haven't actually changed my diet at all, except for the difference that my cravings for soft drinks is gone. And because the caffeinated ketones mean I don't have to have my mothers every day. I used to be on like between 4 and 5 mothers a day, depending on how long my day was. On like the really grueling kind of 15-hour days, I'd have 5 cans of mother pretty easily. On a normal day, I'd kind of have 1 in the morning and 1 at lunch to kind of get myself through. So thankfully, like I've pretty much, I would say I dropped to about maybe 1 diet soft drink a month now.
Wow.
And I honestly just don't feel like having any kind of soft drinks or juices or anything. Like people offer me like, oh, do you want a bubble tea? And I'm like, nah, I'm fine, thanks. I'm just going to have my water, because that's pretty much all I drink now, just water. So in all honesty, like this stuff here helps me so much just to get off the soft drinks.
Yeah. So just ketones in the morning, lots of water. Your diet's fairly similar, but at the same time, yeah, I think reducing, like we've had a pruvit customer that she was drinking, I think, like a couple of liters of Coke every single day, and now she doesn't even touch it.
Yeah, it wouldn't have been hard for me. Like if you put a couple of bottles of soft drink in front of me, I would have drunk both of them as well, during the course of a couple of hours, more than likely.
Wow, that's crazy.
Wouldn't have been too difficult.
So tell me this then,
but,
just so I'm being cognizant of the time here with guys that are watching, for the future, 2019 onwards, mate. What's the next goal? Tell us, tell the listeners about the year of the salmon ladder.
So Sarah and I, we love watching the show Arrow. And one of the big feats that he always does in the show is the salmon ladder, where he has a horizontal bar and he kind of flicks himself up to a set of hooks higher and higher and higher as he goes. That's it, yeah. And Sarah and I, we've always kind of been in awe of that. And we've reached that point where, you know, why can't we do that? And we realized that if we're going to the gym every single day, maybe we can, you know, we'll build up the fitness, go find ourselves. There's a couple of places in Melbourne that have salmon ladders, you know. So the idea is that we're going to get ourselves fit. We're going to get to the point where by the end of this year, we're going to have a crack at the salmon ladder and try and do at least a couple of rungs, you know.
Wow.
So
that's cool, man.
Nothing to lose, everything to gain. So just keep going what we're doing.
Please document that. Like, show us the first time that you actually give it a go. And
the first time I have a crack at it, you guys will be able to see a video of it.
That's cool. Look forward to
Probably
seeing that, mate.
Well,
what was I going to say? I'll ask in a sec, but the last question I'll have for you, but at least up to this stage here, if there's any of you that are watching this now, and you've got some questions at all for Nick, or you're wanting to know any other sort of stuff that's influenced his mind to do what he's doing, or you're wanting to try out some of the ketones that Nick are talking about, he'll put you in contact with his girlfriend Sarah. But as far as like last comments that you could say to be able to help people get off the couch.
Yeah, definitely, Ted.
What?
One at a time.
One at a time? Oh, yeah, like
a little bit
yeah.
better every day. That's why I thought a year should be enough time to get close to being able to do it.
That's cool, man. So just that's your parting words. One rung at a time, one step at a time. That's cool, man.
Very much
awesome.
So.
All right, well, mate, I think unless there's anything else that you want to say, I think we'll finish it up there. But thanks for everyone for watching, and I hope that what Nick's journey has been, inspiring for some of you guys out there to be able to make 2019 a year of change for you. So, mate, thanks for coming on, and I think you did bloody well with the Facebook Live. You're a natural.
Thank you very much, Brad. I guess the last thing I want to say for everyone, just, you know, start small. Like at the beginning of December, I started on the lowest set of weights, and then every day I just put it up 1 kilo, 1 more kilo, 1 more kilo. And I'm at the point now, if I tried to do the workout I did today, back then, I would not have been able to do it. It would have crushed me. I would be broken. So the trick is just don't try too hard too fast. You burn out. Just, you know, start small, baby steps, little by little, get better, you know.
Great. That's cool,
Pretty much
man.
it.
Well, for those of you that do go back to look at all of his posts, feel free also, if I could encourage you guys, like tag some of your friends in Nick's posts and Sarah's posts. Sarah's on here now, is watching. Hey, Sarah. Comment on and share them so that some of your other mates might want to go through and check out their journey as well and inspire them. But thanks once again, mate. And yeah, we'll look forward to seeing you once you've perfected the salmon ladder.
That's the dream.
All right, brother. See you later.
See you guys. Thank you,
Bye.
everyone.